You were talking about the Air Chief Marshal's interview where he said that there are delays in defense procurements
Yeah.
and the contracts are signed, but we do not know whether those things will actually arrive or get delivered. But many people say that, there was a hidden meaning why he said this, and it was very carefully and smartly calculated when he made that statement so that the private players get an entry and DRDO and HAL get phased out. Now, do you see a plot over there when he made this statement? Because why I asked you this question was because you said that you are sympathetic towards Amarpreet Singh. But the inner meaning which everyone is trying to derive at is that he wants an entry of the private players.
No,
Maybe
I don't
like
think so. This is not my assessment. My assessment is he was expressing his helplessness at his reduced combat capabilities, his squadrons. You see, even if the private players come, nothing will happen, in a day or 2 days. It takes time. All right. He has a problem. His problem was very simple. He understands that Pakistan Air Force is strengthening. He understands that perhaps even the Chinese will come and help the Pakistanis, though we saw in this operation that they actually came whole hog. The Chinese have come whole hog in support of Pakistan. So that was the eye-opener for us. I don't know how many eyes have opened here after seeing that. So the point the Air Chief was making is that my strength, combat strength, whatever my authorized strength was, about 42.5 squadrons, it has come down drastically. He was simply stating a fact. What do I do? If you guys can't give me the indigenous stuff, something needs to be done. And that is the appeal that he was making.
In your view, Mrs. Sawhney, would you say that India succeeded in Operation Sindoor? Because we see a sequence of celebrations, road shows by Prime Minister, and he's going around from one city to the other, from one state to the other, holding road shows, and he's trying to celebrate the valor of the armed forces. Now, I really don't understand that what is there to celebrate about. Have you been really successful in the real sense?
Well, I would put it like this, that after seeing this operation, it is time for our security planners and our defense services to start worrying. I am not talking about the political leadership, whether they want to celebrate, don't want to celebrate. That's a different subject altogether, because you can always build a narrative. You see, building a narrative is not the great thing. I mean, it's not a difficult thing. You can always build a narrative for the people who are willing to hear, in any case, who are willing to believe you. But the key thing is that the security planners, there are far too many lessons, far too many limitations. There is no doubt about it that at this stage, it will be very difficult, rather impossible is the word I would like to use, that in a modern war, if let's say there is a war, God forbid, in let's say 12 months' time, then there is no way you can take on the combine of China and Pakistan, even if China is not showing the hand. China, please understand, today is at the cutting edge of modern warfare. How do you take on these two? And all that became very clear. And then on top of that, the government has created, the Prime Minister himself has created a new normal. And a new normal is extremely dangerous because it has brought the threshold of war dangerously low. And on top of that, we have fired missiles. Both sides have fired missiles. That means the traditional battlefield, where things were that this is the front line, this is the depth, it has all evaporated. There is nothing called a front line any longer. When this new normal is so dangerous, you have to understand what the next war will be like. So, from my perspective, I would imagine that our security planners, our defense services should be extremely worried. They should be having sleepless nights. What is going on?
How do you think India will really prepare itself? Are Rafales going to be enough, or Sukhois, will they be enough? And at least this Operation Sindoor has shown that all that is just not sufficient. So we need to do more. We need to plan more. We need to strategize more, and that is not happening. And moreover, with the foreign minister saying that we informed Pakistan much before the military strikes, that is another very startling statement coming from the foreign minister right at the beginning. So how do you really see that?
See, first of all, what the foreign minister said, there are different interpretations now they are giving. I won't worry about that. As I said, my key worry is, why did you do a disproportionate response and expose the limitations of your air force, which is the lead force in the next war? That is one worry. Second is the point that you raised. You see, it will not happen even if today we get the Rafales, which is not happening. We get the Sukhois. There is a lot of issue of integration. There is a lot of issue of standardization, because you need all that for a viable digital ecosystem to back the aircraft, the 4.5 generation, and now the Pakistanis are buying the fifth generation aircraft, the J35s, and a better missile, which is PL-17s. They used PL-15, now they are getting PL-17, which has a range of 400 kilometers. So I would worry, if I was in their place, the defense chiefs, that what would I worry about? That all this needs time. So what is to be done? What needs to be done is, we need to first have peace in the region. We need to create a security architecture in the region and have Pakistan and China inside the tent. That will give us time then to focus on our development. We have poor people in our country, and focus on the deterrence building. All these things, this is all talks that I buy the Rafales, I can take on Pakistan. No, because Pakistan and China have been training since 2019 very hard. So how do you, bridge that gap? You need years of training yourself. So, these are not easy things. And the real situation, this operation it's shown us very clearly. It is up to us. We want to see it, or we don't want to see it. You can ignore it.
No, but has Operation Sindoor not made it very, very clear that China and Pakistan together will always have an aerial superiority when it comes to countering India, and India won't stand anywhere? Is it not very clear?
No, see, aerial superiority is one thing. In the next war, you have so many other things also. Aerial superiority, you have very good air defense systems. You have, there are a lot of issues involved here. So China today, as I said, is at the cutting edge of modern war. China has given a commitment to Pakistan. China will walk the talk. China's credibility has gone up amongst the globe, amongst the global South nations, because of this operation, at a time when all the big powers, their credibilities are going down. You see, where's the credibility of Trump's America today? So
Absolutely.
when we see, so it's a big picture. This operation has military implications, geopolitical implications, regional implication. It has a lot of things. Now, if you don't want to see them, don't see them. The point is, now my very important point I want to make here. See how let me finish this. See how the stature of Pakistan has gone up after this event. Now, as far as Pakistan is concerned, today I had these figures somewhere. Very interesting. They've got an IMF loan of 1.3 billion. World Bank has given them 4 billion. Then Asian Development Bank 800 million. Then they are on panel. They are on panel of United Nations Security Council anti-terror panels. The Pakistanis are there. I mean, we are saying that, you see, the point is that terrorism is not the issue that it used to be in 9/11. It is not today. The issue is modern war. Today, the issue is conventional operations. And in any case, there is no globally accepted definition of terrorism. So when we go around telling the world it is good, but what is the effect of it? You see, when all these delegations went there and all the pictures are being put, which is fine. But if this is the result that I just read out to you, after all that, then obviously the profile of Pakistanis, their geopolitical profile, all the three great powers, America, Russia, and China, in any case, is their strategic ally. They're all standing with them. The Muslim world is standing with them. The Arab world is standing with them. Central Asian Republic is standing with them. Everybody is standing with them. Why? I mean, anybody can see this. Honestly, there should have been no debate at all, because the situation is so clear. But if you want to live in an alternate world, you want to create an alternate narrative, well, that's your choice.
No, but what I'm surprised at, Mr. Sawhney, is that India knows, and this time were they taken off guard, and they couldn't have thought that this is how China and Pakistan will come together, and this could be a possibility. So were they taken off guard? And now knowing at least what has happened during Operation Sindoor and how China and Pakistan have come together, how is India really going to plan? Will they plan keeping everything under wraps? Will they not understand? It's not very clear as to what is going to be the next step of India.
Well, it is very clear to me. First of all, India was not taken off the guard because India took the initiative. Operation Sindoor was started by India. If India cannot understand it was China and Pakistan after 5th August 2019, then there is a problem with the top Indian security team. And now you are asking me what they will do is they will do nothing because we have at the highest level declared that this is not the era of war. You see,
Yes.
when you have already declared that we have created a new normal, we are being very difficult. We don't want to talk to Pakistan. We don't want to talk to China. You see, now the Prime Minister is very happy. He's going to G7. If you personally ask me what is G7, G7 is a club which is disintegrating. When you compare G7 with BRICS, just see the difference of the two. So the point is that if you want to put blinkers on, if you don't want to see a thing, so be it. I just hope that we don't walk into a disaster. That's my issue.
Absolutely. And quite a revealing conversation here with Mr. Sawhney. Thank you so much for joining, sir, on HW. Thank you. Thank you, sir.